I don't like to criticize the military, but I don't think this ever should have happened. I can tell you that President Trump's furious that it did. Your thoughts about what we do now?
Well, we don't know exactly what the details are on how this drone apparently struck this oil tanker. We do know that there's been a history of the Navy from time to time protecting tankers going through the Strait of Hormuz. In the Iraq-Iran War in 1988, USS Samuel B. Roberts struck a mine and was nearly sunk. We had a couple of U.S. naval vessels, get struck by mines or drones in 1991 during Operation Desert Storm. But the challenge you have here is that even though Iran's major projection of lethal firepower has been virtually decapitated, they can't really hit us at this point or even hit Israel consistently. These cheap weapons like drones and like unmanned suicide boats and even mines are a real nuisance and a danger to the shipping. We have great defensive capabilities against all these, but it's a different type of defense than it is against knocking missiles out of the air. So we got to watch it real close.
I would imagine, Don, that, in the ocean, it's a whole different ball game as well. I mean, you can only have so many ships, and they send a swarm of drones. I mean, the philosophy from a military perspective is you throw as many drones as you can, and you can't shoot them all out of the sky, and you hope one gets through. And that's a very, very difficult, I would think, to defend from.
Yeah, well, we took out a drone carrier. They had a ship out there that, like we have aircraft carriers, they had only drones. We took that out last week. But look at the perspective here. Iran has 950 miles of its shoreline along the Persian Gulf, where most of OPEC's oil flows into the Straits of Hormuz. Put that in perspective. That's like from Washington, D.C. to Kansas City or Des Moines. That's a lot of coastline to have to defend against. I think the president is probably going to step up frigate and destroyers accompanying these tankers through the straits. But we're going to have to be extremely vigilant because these are cheaper weapons that can wreak a lot of havoc. And you've got a lot of waterway out there to try to be responsible for, to try to protect against. I think we decapitate the regime. You got to take these mullahs out. You got to take these ayatollahs out altogether. Trump's given the warning. They hit one of our oil tankers, and now it's time to take them out, period, and end this tyrannical regime forever, in my opinion.
Boy, I think you're spot on there. Don Brown, as always, it's great having you on the program, sir. Thank you.